There are plenty of deadly and devastating traps from Call of Duty Zombies, but which 5 top the list? Let's take a look. Hi guys, and welcome back to another top 5 zombie video, and today we're going to be counting down the top 5 best traps from World at War, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 zombies. Now guys, if you could subscribe to my channel, that would be absolutely fantastic. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so if you could help me out, that would be great. But with that said, let's move on to the list. Now, coming in at the number 5 spot, I have gone for the reservoir trap, or the waterfall trap, from ShangriLa. Now, ShangriLa's never been my favourite map of all time. I think it's quite difficult. It's really close quarters, and I never really got into the map that much. But this trap, I always feel, is really fun to use. So it's exclusive to ShangriLa, of course. It's only available on this map, and I thought it was a really sort of nice addition to the map. And although it doesn't actually kill the zombies, it just sort of like it makes them fall over, makes them stumble around. It doesn't actually kill them, but I do think this trap is really useful, because ShangriLa, like I said, a very difficult map, and if you're in sort of this area of the map on the waterfall, it's quite a dangerous place. There's quite a lot of spawning points for zombies, and you can get swarmed quite quickly. But if you activate this trap, it will basically knock over all of the zombies and give you a few seconds, to like get out of there. So I think it's in a very useful sort of location. And also the trap is free as well, so you don't have to pay any points for it. So you can't really expect it to kill the zombies if it's free. But I do think it's a really interesting trap. Like I said, I'm not a massive fan of ShangriLa as a whole, but this trap I thought was pretty cool. So I'm going to give it the number 5 spot. Now, moving on to the number 4 spot, I have gone for the Mob of the Dead sniper tower trap at the docks. Now, again, this trap is exclusive only to Mob of the Dead. It's the only map where you can get this type of trap, and it's actually again a really interesting and just enjoyable trap to activate. So it costs 1,000 points to activate, and there's a big tower, and there's a guy in there with a sniper. Sounds like a DSR, and he's up there just pinging off the zombies for you, picking them off one by one, and it's just really helpful when you're sort of training or camping at the docks. And you can actually upgrade it as well. If you go into Afterlife, you can activate the little zappy thing here, and it basically changes the DSR bullets to an RPG, like a rocket launcher. But however, I never really like doing this though, because the RPG isn't as powerful. It creates crawlers, and excuse me, and it's just I feel as if it's just not not as effective. But this trap is very fun to use. Although it doesn't actually kill the zombies instantly, it only kills like one zombie at a time, but it's still a very interesting trap. And I thought it was again a really cool addition to Mob of the Dead. I thought they did a really good job of this trap, something new, something different, and yeah, I think it's well worth the 1,000 points. So it comes in at the number 4 spot. Now, moving on to the number 3 spot, I have gone for the fire trap from Kino De Toten. Now, this trap does actually appear on Ascension as well, but I'm going to just be talking about the Kino De Toten trap. So this trap is actually very useful if you are attempting a high round on Kino De Toten. So there's a strategy where you sort of camp in this room here, and you leave the door which leads to the alley closed. You leave that door closed, and you sort of sit in this room and just keep sort of activating the fire trap and then training while you're waiting for the trap to recharge. And it's a very strategically placed trap. It's in the perfect location for doing this strategy, which is why so many people use this strat to get to a high round. But I just love it. It's very satisfying using the fire trap, using good old fashioned fire, to burn the zombies to death. You can't beat you can't beat a good old fire, can you? Especially on zombies. It's really satisfying trap to use. And yeah, like I said, I think the location of the trap is it's basically perfect. It covers the whole area where the zombies come through, so there's no way around it if you stand next to the window. So I just think, you know, it's not as good on Ascension though. You know, the Kino De Toten fire trap is definitely the more superior trap out of the two. So I just think it's you know, a very a useful trap, and it definitely just deserves a spot on this list. So it comes in at number 3. Now moving on to the number 2, we have another trap from Mob of the Dead, and we have the acid trap in the cafeteria. Now again, this is a very strategically placed trap. So on Mob of the Dead, of course, you have the training spot over in the cafeteria. You know, you run around sort of in this area here, and you just keep activating the trap as and when, and it can really help you to get to a high round. But you know, the acid trap is really fun. It covers a massive area of the map. It's quite a large area which is affected by it, and yeah, you know, it's just Mob of the Dead had, you know, really good selection of traps. It also, of course, has the fan trap, the one by the Warden's office. I didn't actually make this list, unfortunately, but you know, the Mob of the Dead acid trap is really you know, satisfying and just very enjoyable to use. You know, all the zombies compiling in through the cell blocks or from the infirmary. No worries, mate. Hit the trap and watch them all get burned. You know, look at and they can't get through either. Even if they come from the door from the infirmary, even if they come through there, the trap will still get them. So it's very useful as well, getting to high rounds. Like I said, it can, you know, cover that entire area while you're focusing on training. So I do think that the acid trap does definitely deserve a spot at number 2. But moving on to the number 1 spot for the best trap in zombies, guys, could it be anything else? We have the Flogger from Kino De Toten. Now this trap is just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, look at it. It's just a massive spinning wheel of, you know, spikes and, you know, barbed wire and whatever else is on it, and it just spins around, and the zombies go absolutely flying when they're hit by it. They go absolutely flying way over, you know, the fence, and it's just so just ridiculously overpowered, especially on Kino De Toten, considering each round only has 24 zombies past round 10. So that's why the Kino De Toten is such an easy map. You can just train up all of the zombies, activate the Flogger, and then, you know, the Flogger will just end the round every single time, because like I said, there's only 24 zombies per round. So the Flogger is just a exceptional trap. It's so you know, just fun to use. A massive spinning wheel of death, sends the zombies miles, and of course it's always gonna end the round, like I said, on Kino De Toten. So a very you know, what's the word, iconic trap. You know, it's very infamous. You know, if you think of Kino De Toten, everyone sort of remembers the Flogger, because it's just such an overpowered and just ridiculously just stupid trap. But you know, we all love it, and you know, I do think out of all of the traps that we've seen in zombies, there is nothing that is better than the Flogger. And it only costs 750 points as well, so it's actually slightly cheaper than the other traps that we spoke about. So you know, for 750 points, you get, you know, 30 seconds of absolute carnage. So you know, it does definitely 100% deserve the number 1 spot. So thank you for watching this video, guys. Please remember to like and subscribe. Like I said, I'm currently trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so if you could help me out, that would be fantastic. And leave your thoughts down below in the comment section of your top 5 best traps from World at War, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 zombies. Also guys, just quickly, I have done an entire playlist full of different top 5 zombie lists. If you want to check them out, then please feel free. Anyway guys, thank you again for watching, and I will be back soon with another video. Goodbye.